Howdy.
Hey there, need anything? Sure, here's what I got.